Woohoo! Ken, you're already smiling. That's great.
Turns out a diamond gives you a nickel change. Woo!
Just saying, she turns on a dime and gives you a nickel change.
The brakes, the transmission, the clutch, the carburation on this thing, perfect. Rides and runs beautifully. And again, best ride, one of the best handling setups I've ever ridden is this Earl's front end with the flat front tire. With the sidecar, it's almost a necessity. You know, every other one I ever rode felt really squirrely. The one, you have a stock motorcycle tire and front end, you're all over the road.
It's going to want to do this a lot. This is stone solid.
How's it feel in the sidecar?
Oh, I love it. I had a sidecar. I've done 35,000 miles on a sidecar, my own rig. And it had a
Hey, maybe you should be driving and I should be riding, bitch.
No, you don't want to ride with me.
Yeah. And the Isle of Man guy, I'd probably have a heart attack.
I'd be up in the air. All right. This is great. Yeah.
So Billy said if you just turn it real fast, it'll turn in a dime. He's right. At least going this way. If you go the other way, it'll wheelie, won't it?
Yeah. I got to go like this, like the monkey. I got to become a monkey.
You want to ride it, Bill?
Sure.
You didn't have to ask him twice.
No.
His wife, Jill, actually went on the Isle of Man circuit with him. And I'll let him tell you himself, but I'm pretty sure he was doing 120 miles an hour with her on the back on the Isle of Man, which is, forget about it. That had to be terrifying. Look at how good this thing handles. Wow. It'll turn on a dime. What a cool piece. Hey, if you got a dog or you got a couple kids, if you want to enjoy motorcycling with your whole family,
love that low idle, the low tick. Is it gonna make it? It survived. That's the sign of a good running engine, right?
The first thing I said when I walked around the corner and I saw this thing, I was like, wow, Santa came early. Look at this thing. It's beautiful.
Fill it up with presents.
Nice chrome spoke wheel.
Yeah.
It's got this awesome Enfield two-passenger separate seat. It's like, what did Christy call this? I forget.
It's a pillion seat.
Sidecar is beautiful. Billy, what can you tell us about this dime piece?
This dime piece, I mean, this is a bike that was built to haul a sidecar. All the lugs come on the frame, like from the factory. So this is a quick assembly. There's a ball on the frame right here and a clamp on the sidecar. It's a universal mount. It's really hard to mount a sidecar to a motorcycle that isn't ready for it. This bike was made to haul a sidecar. Look at the Earl's forks. Those are natural anti-dive forks. No matter how hard you grab the brake or how big the brake is, the front end will not dive. Perfect for a sidecar, because if you have a sidecar on a motorcycle, the front end dives on the brakes, you're going right no matter what. So yeah, oh yeah, look at that. That's a Schorschmeyer. What is that? What kind of saddle is that? It's a Schorschmeyer. Look at that. Oh my God. Yeah.
Good guess. I would have never known.
No, that's
It looks brand new.
It is. That is as close to new as they get, and that's the OEM. That's an OEM seat for this motorcycle. So you can take off the pillion seat and the solo saddle and bolt that right on there.
Billy, in regards to the Earl's front end on this, the best handling three-wheeler sidecar rig I've ever ridden was a Honda 750 with that front end on it, and it really makes a difference. That and the profile of the tire, having a flat front tire, this one's done right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and again, this bike was made to haul a sidecar, and it runs beautifully without. If you took the 15 minutes it would take to remove the sidecar, maybe a little bit more than that, but if you took that few minutes, you could ride this as a solo mount, and you wouldn't know the sidecar was missing.
Very versatile. Year-round transportation, too. You can use this thing in the snow and the rain, pretty much, even on the ice. It's not going to fall over.
The previous owner was a freak about maintaining this bike. I know for a fact all the fluids were changed on a very regular basis, and he owned it for the last 2 decades. He's a local guy. I actually wrote it down. And do you remember what town he came from, Bill? It was at least half an hour ride, right?
Yeah, he was in Glastonbury, I think South Glastonbury, and he and his wife came down to deliver the bike, and she preferred to ride on the pillion seat, so she rode there and he drove it.
Billy, hop in the sidecar. Let's go for a ride.
Woo! Yeah, one thing that was mentioned from our engineer friend that did this bike, he did the slinger, which means he had the engine out, The case is split all the way to the bottom to recover the slinger, which is
Still 15,000 miles on the odometer.
right.
That's barely broken in.
He probably didn't need to do that,
I've heard
but he
people
did.
ask about that before. I guess it's pretty important with a BMW, right?
Yes. Oh yeah. Here we go. Hold on.
What's the shift time?
I- Well, I thought it was 1 down and 3 up.
Check it out. Look at this. Look at the seat on the back of this thing. It's got a what did you call it, Billy?
It's a pillion seat.
It's a pillion seat, but look at it. It's got springs in it. Chrissy called it. You know those little balls that you bounce up and down on? You grab the
oh yeah, bouncy ball.
bounce. It's like a bouncy ball.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
a lot of suspension in the seat. And you won't be butts to nuts on this if your buddy's riding because you have the separation here.
An important separation.
An important separation. It also has a factory original center stand on there if you got to change a tire, and of course the spare tire on the back. The fit and finish on it is beautiful. Now, Kenny, did you zoom in on the gas tank and show them the original factory paint job on this thing? The original paint is intact and still shining, and the tank doesn't have any damage or dents in it. Just remarkable.
It's been coated on the inside, by the way.
Oh, it's been coated on the inside from the factory, or?
No, our engineer friend coated it before we got.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Okay.
It looks brand new. Even the gas cap looks new. The fit and finish, the handlebars, the gauges are perfectly clear. A lot of times you get antique bikes and the gauges are all worn out and look like they've been out in the sun forever.
Built to last.
This thing is like been in a time capsule. Just beautiful. Motor sounds perfect, and like Billy said, it was rebuilt properly. Probably didn't even need it, and that's another thing you said too.
Right.
I like the custom exhaust too because it has a really nice rev it up a little bit, Billy. It's sporty. It's got a nice little raspy growl to it. It's a bike that's going to last pretty much forever. These things are bulletproof, notoriously reliable. German engineering.
Overbuilt, understressed, and this machine has 26 horsepower. But 26 horsepower is more than enough to push this down the road.
It's basically like a military quality build,
It is.
isn't it?
Yeah. Tough as nails for sure. Yep.
Unfortunately, it's the shortest day of the year today, and sunset is at 4:21, which was 8 minutes ago. It's getting dark out. We're going to bring it in.
Right. One last thing. When I had my sidecar running, every kid wants to ride in it, and every old person. And it's so much fun to give people a thrill with that. Just riding in it just now with Ken, looking over at the bike and seeing him there, it's a really cool experience, riding in a sidecar and actually owning one.
And it's comfortable too. And you have room for luggage inside of it also, and on the back. And of course,
Exactly.
you've got the passenger on the back too. So, and if you have a dog, you could have your wife or your kid sit in the sidecar with the dog.
Put your dog in the trunk.
It has a trunk too, right?
Yeah, it's got a trunk under the
How
tire.
does that open up? Is that easy?
It
to
opens
open
up from the seat, but it's locked right now. We'd have to get the key, but
Cool. Yeah, I see there's a lock on the tire too. Keep that secure. Beautiful piece, man. Like I said, as soon as I rounded the corner, the first thing I said is wow. And for me, when I'm kind of jaded, I see all kinds of cool bikes here at the museum every day, and to get a wow out of me, it's got to be something special, and that's what this is. It's a very special bike. Hope it goes to a good home, someone that enjoys it for the next 40 years. Thanks for watching. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and God bless America.